Hello, Ceaseless Challengers. This is Crimson, and you're watching some Dark Souls. Now we're picking up where we left off in this lovely sewer area where our camera is being a little weird. Up right there with the background textures, like it's moving or zooming or live somehow. It's really creepy. See that? Top right mouse cursor. Are you here, your friend? Could you point that out? Yes, right there. It's definitely moving. Well, whatever. We're in the sewers and depths here. We have. Oh, looks like he fell while we were doing nothing. And we have some dogs to try to kill, which are quite scary, actually. Mostly that they're in large groups. But we'll slide down and see how this goes. See if we can get them a bit separate from each other. Hey, doggies. Whoop, nope. That didn't work at all like planned. They breathe fire, by the way. If you're concerned about that. So the trick about these guys is... Oh, and that toxic guy is down here. Completely forgot about him. Whoa. So, keep on the move. You notice that my shield is going down quite quickly, and with that toxic thing around, I definitely want my block to be up. So they do... Ow. Keep themselves nice and staggered while they breathe their fire ability, but I don't have much damage. So I've got to be cautious of my attacks. They do sideways dodging. They gotta be careful. This area's a little rough, which is why I was, hoping to get some kills on these guys in with my plunging attack. You want to be prepared to be hit by 2 attacks whenever you go for a swing. Have your health able to sustain you through 2 hits whenever you attack, because now it's quite likely you will get hit when your guard is not up. Especially with dogs, who are rather persistent in their attacking. Oh, there we go. Alright, 1 down, 2 to go. And he's doing his fires. Ow. And that's me dead again. Well, our progress was we killed one of the gray guys. Yeah, and I'm really low on damage right now. But if I get that Black Knight Greatsword, my problems will be solved. Lautrec here has disappeared. Somewhat shady. Pretty curious about that. We can switch to the sword to deal with those dogs, or we could just not deal with them. They do have something we want. And you can see again our sending up the elevator tactic paying off again for us. But... Well, I think I'll grab my souls and go to the next bonfire. Seems like a good strategy. And there I can resurrect myself and show off one of the features of Dark Souls, which I enjoy a bit, but also think could have been done better. Definitely adds a new element to the game. So just prepare yourselves for that new element to the game we'll be adding. And I'll have to decide whether I want to go with which weapon. You notice that 2 hits from those guys that there are 2 of right there. It would kill me. I'll be a bit more careful. Especially with a handful of souls and humanity down there. So I have to be at, let me think, 1.5. So sword requires 32 strength. I am at 18? Am I? Yeah, 18. So I'll need to get up to 22 to get up to 34, I believe. That'll be 11. That'll give me... Yeah, I'm not sure if it'll brand up on 21 or 22. But either way, it'll be at least 22, if I recall correctly. Citation needed there to use my Black Knight's Greatsword, which will carry me through the rest of the game. It's what I certainly intend to use. Fortunately, my souls are down there, which isn't good for me. But if this gray guy will hang up here, we may be able to fight these dogs without him spitting at us the whole time, which should give us some relief. Alright, so... thinking about dropping down on that dog there. I know it won't kill him, but it'll be a good amount of damage. Ah, and we got the double hit on the plunge, which did kill him. Neat. Okay, so now with him dead, I could focus on just this one dog. Oh, he's going to be kind enough to breathe fire right away for me. Whoops. Did the kick attack because I was holding up, but we still killed him. We still killed him. Let's let our toxic lower a bit, so we can not have to face this corner. And we can deal with this lovely bug and his spitting poison at us, which is different from toxic. Get this dog to an angle where we can't be hit by spit. Have him say hi with his fire. Walk right around him as soon as he starts his animation. Gets spit on, unfortunately. Alright, you fellow up there, please come down and fight me like a cowardly, spitty person. No, fine, whatever. I won't have much reason to return here if I... Oh, I didn't aggro those dogs, did I? I didn't. Good. Just the two I wanted. So they are guarding something that I want. So I want them to come around here. Say hi. You're gonna breathe your fire, that's fine with me. Okay. And you, hey, just one of you. Nothing to worry about. Block your charge, you're gonna jump. Oh, you didn't jump. Sweet. So this is Firekeeper Soul. Now, one thing I will tell you about if you want to run down and get this early, like you saw, these dogs can do a lot of damage. And if you are nabbing it before ringing, on your way to ring your second bell of awakening, you may have to consider that the Firekeeper may not be around for you when you return to the Firekeeper to reinforce your flask. But we'll get into that in a moment. But that's one thing to keep in mind if you want to get to +3 flasks right away. All these areas were easily accessible right after the tutorial-esque level. Just ignore the bug. He's an okay dude. So yes, we have to climb down this lovely water wheel elevator. That's pretty dangerous, and we have the lovely swamp down here to say hi to. Hello, swamp. You are lovely and messy and such. Don't want to miss my elevator path down. Can make a jump there, but gotta show off the way to get up and the way to get down. Because you gotta get up to get down. Need force to unlock a certain hidden vendor, but that's something for later. But it's also a very neat vendor with some interesting mechanics. So one thing we could have gotten that I forgot to, shame on me, is there is a certain ring that allows you to run through the swampy area that, as you know, builds poison and slows you down when you move. So I'll show that off again a bit. That my movement is slowed. You can still kind of run, but it's slower. And that's poison building up. So you'll potentially want to wear some poison resistance gear, but we have a lovely bonfire here. And it's quite a nice place. We're actually going to, well, let's check our levels, see if we can get our strength up. 19, alright, so we're going to try to use some souls here. Let's see if we have anything good in terms of souls. A Proud Knight. Okay, let's go down from this one. And that's it, alright, so let's see if we can get enough here to get our strength up to 21 or 22. So I can use a real sword. I hope we can. That would make our next task quite a bit easier. Strength up. Only 20. Confirm reinforcement, yes. We're going to reverse our hollowing here to show off that mechanic I was talking about earlier. And of course we want to reinforce this fire. That kindle the fire. So that our SS flask will be raised up to 10 whenever we rest here. And kindling a fire is something that can only be done while you're not in hollow form. There's a lovely mechanic here we want to show off that we will hopefully get to. Unable to wield with present stats, that's fine. Yeah. This thief gear we have is pretty resistant to poison. Some of the best gear we can get at the moment, aside from that crimson set I was talking about earlier. Nice ominous battle arena down here, but it's just hiding some dragon scale, which is useful for the Dragon Covenant. So if you want to farm up some dragon scales per playthrough without having to farm them from the drakes or invade other people's worlds to get them to raise your status, that is where one of the few that you can get without having to do all the RNG or PvP aspects of it. Looks like no one wants to be summoned into my world from here, or around my soul level, so now that I am human, that means I can play with other players, whether it's versus or co-op. Oh, it looks like my attacks are enough to get in 3. So you notice that noise and that message that I'm being invaded by another person. This isn't actually another player, this is an NPC. So one thing about Dark Spirits is that the enemies don't go after them, and lovely Mildred here doesn't get hurt by, or afflicted by the swamp. But as an NPC, you know, just walk up behind her, get her in the typical endless chain, if you're not being attacked by these lovely endlessly spawning bugs spitting at you. Bugs, stay away, please. I have a Mildred to kill. Ow, ow. She's also surprisingly resistant to knockback, even though she's essentially naked. Ow. Ow. Please swing so that I may heal. Thank you. I asked her to swing so she would be locked in an animation, give me the opportunity to heal. And we can finish her off. There we are. Dark Phantom vanquished. Please staff of bugs. Alright. So we can grab her humanity and her butchery knife. Just how you get that weapon. And I'll show it off here. These are its stats. 24 strength, can't use it. It is oddly an upgrade. And one thing to notice that it is a attack type regular weapon, opposed to like a slash thrust, and of course has an axe archetype. Ow. Doesn't have bleed or anything to it. So that's busted out and show you it swings. Nice wide but slow wind up. Ow. Come on, bug. Come to the ground, please, so my weapon can hit you. Notice that it stops when it connects. And we're gonna run back here since we didn't kill anything. We could heal our health, get our flasks back up. So that was killing Mildred, who will show up in this area if you are human. You notice it's dealing less damage to these guys despite it saying it would do more. Ow. Please don't free fire on me. There's its two-handed attack. And I don't have the strength to wield it two-handedly effectively. So we're gonna go back to this. There we are. We're gonna get some poison cure moss on our list, because we're going to be needing that in a second. Let's run on past here. Get to our lovely boss. I don't believe I'm going to be missing an event by getting here early. Now we're taking this pathway to avoid as much of the not so lovely swamp combat as possible, which we could be a bit more open to after we collect a certain ring that isn't too hard to get. Just need to know how to get it. Oh, actually, I'm a genius. There was something I actually would have really liked to do before getting here. We're just going to homeward bone to get back to the bonfire to do that thing I forgot to do, because I am so smart. Homeward bone takes you last fest of that bonfire. Last fest of that bonfire we visited is here. We're going to upgrade our strength to 22, which will allow us to hold a certain weapon in both hands. Ah, and here we have a summon sign of another player. That's fading in and out. Mostly because if you have the DS fix, and it's a little bit hard to connect with players who don't have the DS fix, they have to be around your soul level and all kinds of things. My soul level is actually quite low for being here, but now that I have this, you can see that it just absolutely tears these guys to pieces. Then, oh, thrusting attack, charging attack, look at that damage. It's just absolutely insane. So that is what the Black Knight weapons do for you in your playthroughs. Also quite heavy and slow. It's classified as an ultra greatsword, even though it's just called a greatsword. Can kill him. No problem, since we still get charge attack credit even though our charge is really slow. And the swampy water. But no problems to worry about. Just gotta brag about our awesome new sword. That'll show off a bit more here. Hopefully no one's paying attention to us. So, since we're limited to using it in two hands because our strength is still low, as its basic swing, that combos into that. Just goes back and forth there. As a kick attack, has a bug behind me. Pair. In fact. Ow. Ow. It also has this lovely attack, which is very useful. If I could pull it off. That's the R2 swing, but you notice it took up my entire bar to do. So, ow. And look at that damage. Just drink on up. Lovely +2 flask can heal us from pretty much to full from whatever we were at. And now we can move on to our Quelaag fight. Now, this is actually a very interesting fight. Is a bit of a gear check, a soul level check. She has quite a difficult fight, really tests your metal at a level, but we have an element we can use to help us. Since we are in human form, we can summon Man-Eater Mildred because we defeated her. She will perform like a AI, like any other. You notice that her sign is white, where that other sign we saw by the BONFIRE was gold. That's because he is a member of the Sunlight Covenant, which makes your soul sign a different color. These ones are white. You can see this lovely player. See their gear. They have a Black Knight sword, the Lucky Punk, and are wearing some gear from past this boss fight that we'll be getting and probably using for the rest of the game. But let's check out our fight that Mildred will be helping us with. It's pretty spidery. Nice spider legs coming in. Looks like a very hungry, hairy spider. That's on fire-ish. Very demonic. Looks like a sharp thing. It's a sword. A lady with long fingernails. That's somehow welded into a spider. Nice belly button and boobs, kind of. Kind of boobs. Naked spider half-lady. Like a drider. Except we're not D&D. Alright, so there's Chaos Witch Quelaag. Can they come and say hi to us? Her lovely set of attacks, or that she's not even doing. She's gonna spit some lava out. Alright, so we got some good damage, and of course Mildred will contribute her damage. I really just want Mildred to get attacked. So I can come in while she's unaware and miss. Because of this lava, ow. Lovely friction damage. Alright, one thing about when she's fighting Mildred is it's a bit harder to predict what she does, but I'll be very careful whenever you see her stop and charge an attack, because she has a very... didn't mean to do that attack at all. That is my R2 normal two-handed without the leap. That is the attack you want to be afraid of when she stops. So, oh, and that one, of course. The forward arcing attack. Normally you'll be seeing most of these attacks from the front. You notice that I almost died, even though I'm not even her focus at the moment. Whoop, whoop, don't hit me. So yeah, if you're really having trouble with this fight, you can let Mildred do most of the fighting for you. She has quite a bit of health, comparatively to what you may have, and takes like basically no damage for most of the attacks, but still follows AI rules. Now, if you want a better idea of what attack she's doing, you can actually look at the lady on top of the spider and read her movements to predict which attack she's doing, but well, she's not even looking at us, so now we can pay more attention. You see there, Mildred died. We don't really get a penalty for that, but we just don't get the bonus for completing the boss with her, and she won't be able to help us at all. If there's a sunlight player in the group, he won't get any sunlight coins if they die. So we can read her now. There's she's petting her spider's head. That's what you're looking for. Does a nice fire conal. Up, so he's gonna stomp. And that stomp comes with a little explosion. We want to get her to run away from the lava, so we have more to her. Alright, she's gonna swing. Nothing to worry about there. Alright, she's gonna swing again. Gotta be careful about that. but you can stand inside her swing arc, except for that she can... Alright, she's hugging it, so then she's going to do the explosion attack. And that's the one you want to look out for, is when she lowers her body onto the top of her spider and hugs it. That's the explosion attack you got to be aware of. Now she's going to do the stab. That's a long wind-up. And now lava spit. Gives us an opportunity to hit her. Good chunk of damage there. It's like another lava spit, and we should go in for the kill. And there you go. Chaos Witch Quelaag, everybody. Nice and murderized. Soul of Quelaag, which is very useful. Lets you get one of the most useful and best weapons, in my opinion, in the game. We'll get into that as it goes, and 20,000 souls. Now, if you are attempting this yourself, I will caution you greatly that she has a lot of health and can do a lot of damage. That explodey red attack that I was so afraid of would kill me in one hit if I got hit by it. So let's ring our second Bell of Awakening. Will cause some lovely events to happen that we'll be going to. And of course, any players within my soul level nearby will be hearing this gonging when I get my cutscene. Gong, 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 gong. Overworld, we're in the sewers though. Don't know how this bell is ringing so loudly. Hey guy, you look big. On a chain, have you hear a bell? Just hanging out, waiting for someone to ring that bell. Just 24/7 around the clock, standing around, waiting to hear a bell. And they open a gate. So everyone can think about that gate that we'll not be heading to right away, but that gate that we have seen before. I talked about it a little bit. And we get a homeward bone. Well, thank you for that. I gotta decide if I actually want to use that homeward bone. I don't think I do. It's not how far back it would take me. Alright, so one thing that you notice, bog wall ahead. Gee, what could be here? Imminent illusionary wall. Illusionary wall. Perhaps we should investigate. Ta-da! So, what you're going to want to do here is make sure you have your old witch's wing equipped. And say hi to this lovely fellow.
Oh dear, what have we here? Are you a new servant?
Why not be?
But you have no eggs. Ah, no matter. Go along and have audience with our fair lady. I pray that you will mind your manners.
So you can shimmy along. Let me go to that bonfire I want to rest at. Move. Move, you slow jerk. Alright. And there we go. So I'm actually going to go ahead and end this video here. Thank you so much for watching. And my hat is off to you.